Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, your annoying aunt is officially running for president. This is Elizabeth Warren. And no, she isn't here to speak to your manager. She's here to snatch up your vote. As the 2020 election is approaching quickly, Democrats on top of Democrats are entering the race. And among these new contenders, this liberal firebrand, this progressive icon, Elizabeth Ann Warren, has stepped out of her teepee and entered the race. As we all know, the Democrats are desperate to beat Donald Trump, so they decided to try something that's never been tried before. They decided to promote an old, shrill, white woman who hates Donald Trump and uses cringy tactics to appeal to the youth. After all, they've never done this before. Elizabeth Warren has been teasing the idea of running for president since last year. However, she had a couple things she really needed to attend to before formally announcing her presidential bid. First things first, she had to put to rest the question about her Native American heritage. So she went about doing this in all the wrong ways. For a long time, Warren claimed Indian heritage, and while her critics claim she used this heritage to advance her career as a professor at Harvard, and Harvard denies this, one thing is for certain. The university immediately held up the recruitment of Warren, a Native American woman, to push back against claims that they were insufficiently diverse, and Warren was described as Harvard Law's first woman of color in a 1997 Law Review article. Warren's claims of Native American heritage have been shaky at best, and it really didn't help that Big Daddy Trump was constantly referring to her as Pocahontas. The mockery was apparently so bad, Warren made this now privated video where her white suburban Indian family supported her claims of Native American heritage and dissed on Trump.
What do you think of him calling her Pocahontas?
Well, I think it's ridiculous.
Yeah. It's offensive to me, not just as Betsy's cousin, but as a Native American.
It's completely degrading not only to Native American culture, but to any.
Well, apparently Liz Warren comes from an entire family of white people claiming to be Indian. Guys, come on. You're not fooling anyone. I feel like I would see you wearing a pair of Uggs, drinking Starbucks, and watching tennis. I mean, you even have white in your last name! I doubt any of you people even know how to skin a fox. Finally, during October of 2018, the mockery was so bad, Warren finally decided to take an official DNA test. According to PolitiFact, after years of mockery from President Donald Trump, Senator Elizabeth Warren, likely anticipating a run for president, has released a DNA report on her Native American roots. And well, we all know how the story goes from here. A story so magnificent, so full of karma, so full of irony. I'm sure this story will be told to generations after generations. Elizabeth Warren proved to Donald Trump that she did have Indian heritage. Only that heritage was so far back, so minuscule, she was only about 1 in 1,024th Native American. Well, if we're going to claim minority points for having such minuscule minority heritage, I'm 1 in 1,056th black. Now watch me say the N-word. Despite her attempted DNA test to tone down the mockery, it had a complete opposite effect, leading to mountains of memes and intense mockery towards Elizabeth Warren. Personally, I thought after this complete blunder, she would just give up running. Little did I know, I was wrong. Once Warren had completed the task of becoming the internet's favorite punching bag, she had a bit of an idea. You see, she needed those delicious, tasty, succulent millennial votes. After all, the average Warren supporter can't leave their house without a couple of cats or they'll have an anxiety meltdown, or the nearest voting booth is a walk through the forest and a skip past Plymouth Rock away. If she was going to run, she would have to appeal to the millennials. She already resembles Barney the Purple Dinosaur, but she needs millennial votes. She doesn't need to snatch the attention of children any longer. Hey there, teenagers! Put your phones down and pay attention! Look, everyone! Flashing lights! Is this good enough for your relentless ADD? Drugs, porn, ramen, a corporate meme! Does any of this have your attention yet? Now listen up, everyone. Here is your new, hip candidate, Elizabeth Warren. And no, she she isn't just like Hillary, because while loser Hillary Clinton likes to drink sweet tea, your new hip candidate, she likes to guzzle the booze. That's right, everyone. In a very strange attempt at appealing to the youth, Elizabeth Warren began her journey on the trail of beers and ran an awkward Instagram live video where she talked about running for president, and of course, she drank some beer.
There we go. I'm glad for everybody who's joining this video. It's great to hear from you. Hold on a sec. I'm gonna get me a beer.
Already, we are greeted with Hillary Clinton levels of awkwardness here.
Hey, Glover, my husband Bruce is now in here. You want a beer?
No, I'll pass on the beer for now.
You sure? Okay, say hello to folks.
Yes.
And now my husband has made an appearance by stepping through the entrance. I am natural and relatable.
So, this is my sweetie.
Hello.
He's the best. And I'm crazy. I love you too. Thank you for being here.
Pleasure.
I'm glad you're here.
She drinks beer. I drink beer. This hoe is hella gonna finesse my vote. Finally, the time came for Warren to officially announce her bid for president. That is, after being forced to apologize to the Cherokee Nation for her embarrassing DNA test blunder. On February 9th, the hearts of so many Democrats were filled with joy, hope, and passion as Elizabeth Warren finally announced her run for president.
I stand here today to declare that I am a candidate for President of the United States of America.
Now, throughout her announcement speech, there was very little substance, mostly just fluffy wording to kind of give off the illusion of concrete policy. And of course, there was a dash of feminist buzzwords just to get the pussy hats riled up.
Nevertheless, they persisted.
One thing became especially obvious throughout Warren's speech. She wants you to know that she cares about the middle class and the workers. Which is completely fine. The middle class is extremely important and should be properly addressed. The only problem is her methods for rebuilding the middle class are absolutely awful.
Over the years, America's middle class has been deliberately hollowed out, and families of color have been systematically discriminated against and denied their chance to build some security.
After decades of largely flat wages and exploding household costs, millions of families can barely breathe. For generations, people of color have been shut out of their chance to build wealth. So already we see some cliche liberal talking points setting up this victim complex to make it appear that you care about the minorities. Oh, I'm a sad, caring Democrat. Minorities aren't able to build wealth. Hey Liz, if people of color are being shut out, why did you feel the need to pose as one for so many years? It's time for big, structural changes to put economic power back in the hands of the American people. That means putting power back in the hands of workers and unions. It also means transforming large American companies by letting their workers elect at least 40% of the company's board members to give them a powerful voice in decisions about wages and outsourcing. Giving the workers mass amounts of control over the companies that currently employ them. Where have I heard this one before? Oh right, I think it comes from Karl Marx. The idea of giving the workers power is an overwhelmingly socialist idea, and nothing murders the middle class like socialism.
This is the fight of our lives. The fight to build an America where dreams are possible, an America that works for everyone.
Well, this is just delusional. What Elizabeth Warren is doing right here is tearing down America, discrediting the countless success stories that were only made possible thanks to this great country, simply so she can further promote her agenda. If she can lead her audience to believe that America has systems in place keeping them down, she can offer herself as the solution to this made-up problem. Far too often, we see proof that the Democratic agenda is reliant on the belief that the American dream is dead, when in reality, it's far from it. In reality, dreams come true every single day, thanks to America and capitalism. Take Oprah Winfrey, for example. She was an orphan, she came from extreme poverty, and went on to become one of the richest women in the world. In America, undergraduates have the ability to create apps that lead them to millions. In America, immigrants have the ability to co-found now multi-billion-dollar companies. Warren's insane notion that dreams aren't possible, or that we live in a country that doesn't work for everyone, is not even supported by the general American public. According to Pew Research, most think the American dream is within reach for them. Most Americans say they have achieved the American dream or are on their way to achieving it. Only about 1 in 5, 17%, say the American dream is out of reach for their family. In fact, more black people believe themselves to be on their way to achieving the American dream than white people, completely contradicting Warren's earlier statement that black people are being shut out from success. Her pathetic manipulative claims don't even resonate with the American public, further proving just how tone-deaf this woman is. Almost as tone-deaf as making a surprise appearance at a Native American conference. While we eagerly anticipate more concrete policy, Warren has resorted to cliche liberal talking points and spreading misinformation on her Twitter. The other day, she claimed Trump may not be a free person by 2020. Well, Elizabeth Warren, that aged almost as badly as you. She spread lies that Roe v. Wade being removed has anything to do with women being able to access safe, legal abortion, when in reality, the removal of Roe v. Wade would only leave the abortion discussion up to the states. It would not make abortion illegal everywhere. Warren is also working with everyone's favorite dodo bird, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, on the horribly stupid Green New Deal to combat climate change. Ultimately, Warren is a progressive cliche, regurgitating the same common talking points we've all heard before and embodying an eerie similarity to Hillary Clinton. After Warren formally announced her presidential bid, the response, specifically from Trump, was absolutely hilarious. Today, Elizabeth Warren, sometimes referred to by me as Pocahontas, joined the race for president. Will she run as our first Native American presidential candidate, or has she decided that after 32 years, this is not playing so well anymore? See you on the campaign trail, Liz. What was even more hilarious, CNN, in a non-opinion article, was on the verge of an emotional breakdown due to Trump's remarks. Trump's racist Elizabeth Warren taunts have entered a new phase. Did he just accidentally capitalize those words, referring to the Capitol trail? Hopefully not, since Trump should know his history. While the Obama administration sought to take Andrew Jackson off the $20 bill, Trump put a portrait of Jackson, whose Indian Removal Act led to the Trail of Tears in the 1830s, in the Oval Office. This is just too good. I cannot wait for 2020. Already we see Donald Trump hilariously trolling his rival, while the mainstream media shills for her. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't this what won Trump the presidency to begin with? Oh well. The left never learns. All in all, Hillary 2.0 has a very tough road ahead of her. Donald Trump's amazing roasts are only leading to Elizabeth Warren and her white knights in the media to feel increasingly uncomfortable. Her policies thus far are founded on socialist ordeals, victim complexes, and faulty claims that don't even resonate with the American public. She lied for decades about being Native American. She was wrong about the Trump-Russia collusion. She was wrong when she claimed Trump won't ever be president, and she's wrong if she believes she will ever be president herself. But hey, at least she drinks beer, but if you ask me, she's been drinking a little too much. Ladies and gentlemen, Elizabeth Warren is a total idiot.